Now, this illustration deals with bonding requirements, but the bonding requirements have to comply with NEC 504.60 A and B. A is in apple, B is in boy. And notice the bonding rules start applying with the intrinsically safe circuits that are connected to the equipment at the left-hand side bottom of the illustration. That's just showing an illustration of some intrinsically safe type equipment. Notice the system has to be bonded back to the barrier, from the barrier back to the computer system. And this bonding has to take place completely with everything that's involved of say metal type metallic enclosures that house wiring and components that are related and used with an intrinsically safe circuit. Now the NEC loop 250.100 basically says now for bonding, we're not going to cover intrinsically safe circuit bonding in 250.100. We're going to refer you out of 250.100 over into 501.30A for gas and vapor, 502.30A for dust, 503.30A for flyings and fibers, 505.25 for gas and vapor for the zones, and 506.25 for dust in the zones. You know, for example, why a lot of our electricians do not like zones. Zones don't deal with the divisions. Zones deal with how long a vapor is present. Now, just as an example, good rule of thumb here that we would find, I believe it's in the IEC standard 79, if the vapor is there 1,000 hours or more, it's zone 0. If the vapor is present, say, less than 1,000 amps, but 100 amps or more, it's zone 1. If the vapor happens to be present less than 100 hours, but 10 hours or more, then it would be a zone 2. If the vapor is there less than 10 hours, then it's not a listed area at all. It's not classified. So electricians do not feel comfortable with this zone like they do the divisions. But this is a good rule of thumb to determine how long the vapor is present to classify it, or go to the IEC standard 79 that deals with this subject. Now, we get into this in great detail in the Stallcup's Design Book, Volume 2, Chapter 21. Our work there covers this in great detail. So this figure, though, 4-29, is dealing the bonding of these circuits where raceways, enclosures, and equipment contain intrinsically safe circuits in accordance with NEC 504.60 A and B.